All right, we got it right here. Okay, we got it right here. Let's go over this. I want to see what this is. 1v1 metagame analysis. This is pretty cool. Thank you for Boomie, Dobrein, Sparky, eggsoup. Thanks for doing this. This is awesome. This is awesome. I like it when people do this. It's kind of interesting. Pretty accurate, I'd say. I like accurate. I mean, they are. I mean, literally all these guys are very top tier. I don't. Isn't Sparky a caster, right? Or am I getting that confused with somebody? Maybe I'm getting that confused with somebody. I thought Sparky was a caster. But all those guys are very top level people. Okay, too long didn't read. Overall, kill potential, zone control, explosive potential, offstage potential, priority. This is all based on weapons. Okay. Alright, we all know all this. Meta, the most effective tactic available. Used when referring to the metagame. How all blah blah blah. Overtuned. While every kit in Brawlhalla has the ability to do well, overtuned weapons either have ridiculously strong strengths or little to no weaknesses. Balanced. Weapons that have both strengths and that can be utilized well, and weaknesses that can be capitalized. Very good. Undertuned. Weapons that have very little serviceable strengths and very counterable weaknesses. Alright, that makes sense. Hitbox attacks rate effect, we know that. Hurtbox. Wait, that was hitbox attack. Hurtbox is your person. Frames a unit measured to. Oh, can I read? I'm trying to read, like I'm trying to look over here at you guys talking. I'm like trying to read at the same time. All right, so let's see. Okay, frames a unit measured how quick an attack will come out. Brawlhalla runs 60 frames a second, so 1 frames is 1/60th of a second. Startup frames. So this is all just about the weapons. Startup frames is the amount of frames that each character is locked into animation before the active frames come out. Active frames which have active hitboxes, and recovery frames are frames which you are locked in animation from your attack and unable to move or perform any action. Priority and mover's priority. Bandwagon. I don't know what this one is. An idea which quickly becomes popular or widely accepted as truth. Okay. Kill potential, a weapon's legend's ability to secure a kill as safely and quickly. Zone control, how well a weapon is able to guard landings. And recoveries while on stage, as well as provide pressure while being in the proximity to its opponent. It's pretty good. Explosive potential, the viability and practicality of hitting multiple moves in rapid succession. Offstage potential, the riskiness and strength of a weapon's offstage abilities. Frames and priorities, how strong a weapon's frames and priority are compared to the rest of the metagame. Synergy, how well two weapons a legend has work with. Wait, how well the two weapons a legend has work with each other. Should we read this whole thing or no? Just let's get to the other stuff. Esports. Alright, let's just read the whole thing. Hey, what's up, Oblivion? How you doing? I mean, I don't think... Oh, it is super long, isn't it? Oh my gosh, we're not reading the whole thing. Okay, let's get on to the thing. We should know all this. Okay, here's the weapon tier list. This is Too Long Didn't Read. They have scythe, guitars, and sword, which are... Two of them are the most complained about weapon in the game right now, which is scythe and guitars. Sword, I have complained about sword because it's being very... There's like no weaknesses. It's quick. You know, it's not like super amazing at a ton of stuff, but so many people use it because it's so good. And my 3 weapons here, let me... do this here. I'm gonna make it so you can see my cursor. There we go. So I can like click. So these are my 3 weapons right here: blasters, cannon, and rocket lance. Look at me, B tier. And they even stated at the beginning, it is all possible that every weapon can beat another. Even at my level, I could beat a guitar easily with cannon. But there is just certain things that they think Let's see. S tier is hammer. Like, if you get a good hammer player, that's probably right. But I don't see many. I'm playing bad, and I don't see many people that play it, so I would put it down one. And I think spear is definitely higher a little bit. I think these two might be switched. But there's a lot of people that play hammer like at top level play that are really good with it, so it's probably right. They nerfed it last time. They changed one thing. Alright, so let's see. Chart. So I put Scythe and Guitars at a rating of 8.2. And then Sword at an 8, so just a little bit under. Jeez, even Lance is lower than Cannon. Look, they are literally the bottom 3. That's... I think my choices are making the game harder for me, right? I think my choices are making the game harder for me. Scythe, Guitars, and Sword all have ridiculously abusable strengths and very little weaknesses. However, I don't think that those weapons are necessarily the best 3. Just the most well-rounded. Bow and Spear easily outshine Scythe in my eyes. They just aren't really comparable in frames and priority. Okay, so like I said, Scythe should go up. Axe and Gauntlets. Axe, Gauntlets, Hammer, all in the middle of the road, which is illustrated through these numbers. These weapons are unviable. They just require more effort than Guitar and Sword to win tournaments. Guns are definitely the highest skill floor weapon. Oh. Alright then. No wonder it took me so long to get leveled up. Maybe, dude, maybe this is exactly the reason why I'm playing this way. Guns are definitely the highest skill floor weapon. They do not have very good frame priority, but honestly they have more potential than I give them credit for. The baseline kits of Lance and Cannon are pretty much awful and don't accomplish nearly as much as any of the other weapons. However, this should not be dissuaded from you picking them up, as 6 can make them viable. Kill potential. Hammer has the best. Okay, this is a whole thing. This is a whole new thing. So in terms of kill potential, Hammer has the best. Axe has really close. I can see that. Sword, I'm guessing, is pretty good. Guitars actually has little kill stuff. Kill potential. Lance has less, even more, especially after the nerf they had. Got Cannon up a little bit higher. Side air is probably why is the reason for that. Asian Laxman, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. All right, do you guys agree with this kind of stuff? I agree with. See, it looks like the harder hitting weapons have pretty harder, you know, more kill potential, which makes sense. Hammer and Axe are both incredibly strong and safe kill options in Sayer, which is the main reason they are high on the list. Sword is at 8.5 because of the downlight combos, right? A staple in sword play because it's easy and safe. Lance, Guitars, and Spear are all lacking in easy true kill combos, although Spear has a bit easier with because of side air at higher percentage, and also his downlight side air is pretty good. Cannon, Scythe, Bow, and Gauntlets are in the middle of the road, not too hard to kill with, but not as easy to hammer and axe. And Gauntlets have an incredible offstage kit to secure kills. Cannon's side air has an incredible force equal to hammer side air. And Bow has true downlight combos that kill a bit later than Sword, in addition to the strong edge game. Alright. I know they increased cooldown, I'm missing, but that doesn't change. It changed like nothing. I mean, it's basically giving all these weapons their tier spots based on common sense. I mean, I agree with almost everything they're saying so far, pretty much. I have little to say. I mean, I don't know if you guys watch me a lot, you know what I think about Guitars. I hate Guitars. I've thought the same with Sword. Scythe, in my opinion, is very good, but it's another very high skill floor weapon, so I don't get played against a lot of people that are very good with it. But once they do, man, you can just get destroyed by it. Two major things to note with kill potential overview. First is based solely on a baseline kit without signatures. Oh, right. Meaning this legend can overcome their weaknesses and kill potential with a great secure kill option. Second, major lance nerfs this patch drastically decreased efficiency in killing, and hence how low placement on the list, which is very true. Sidelight to recovery is not true anymore. Honestly, I don't think kill potential is that important. A good player will be able to utilize the legend's abilities to their fullest. I can't. And I don't think having a low kill potential on a base kit really matters in the overall scheme of the metagame. It only affects the character's rating when they don't have kill potential, either weapons or safe sigs. Orion. I guess Orion sigs are not good. Individual rundown. Is this the same thing? Yeah. I really don't care too much about this. Okay, although rated cannon is one of the worst overall weapons, some of its kill moves are very strong compared to axe and hammers. Side air and recovery are both very strong kill options. Ground pound, I feel like not on Unfe. Ground pound is surprisingly high force. It does. Cannon's usually middle of the pack weapon. Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. Alright, so what do we got here? Boomie is basically already read that. It just feels like my neutral light on the east while my other moves are still in the west. Yeah. Yeah, Ryan and Isaiah are the worst in Boomie's perspective. Isaiah? Really? Wait. Orion and... Wow, well... Dude, am I making it just hard for me? Am I, like... What's going on? Am I making it, like, harder on me? I need to move my face just to... I don't... Like... They're saying that the worst people is Isaiah. I'm playing the worst. Cannon is the lowest level. All my 3 weapons are the worst in the game right now. Did I just make it hard on myself on purpose? Like... What? Like, why is everything I play so bad? Highlight that real quick. Like, just look at this. Okay, look at these. Bottom 3 weapons I play. Boomie says Isaiah is the worst character in the game. That's the person I play. In terms of, like, let's just, like, cannon is a better thing. Guns are not all that great. And guns have the highest skill floor, which means, I mean, I know I have a ton of hours in, guns, blasters, but I'm not also there yet. Dude, I just make it just hard on myself or what? And if you look at top gameplay with pros, when does anyone not use sword? Not many people use scythe, really, but everyone uses a sword. What is this for? Is this still... Oh, zone control. Alright, so zone control. Look at that. Cannon. Way at the bottom. Guns are at the top. That feels pretty good. I like seeing guns at the top, or at least close. But cannon, oh no. Days BH, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Lance, close to the bottom. The zone control is pretty mild in Brawlhalla. Only guns seem to be designed around zoning. This guy is not really meant for tournaments. It's just how the metagame is. What's the difference then? Isn't most people play the meta in tournaments to play well? Zone control is pretty mild. Only guns seem to be designed around zoning, and they don't even have the tools to fully zone someone out. Because of this zone control, it's more about raw strength and neutral, and how honest it is to get someone to keep someone out. Scythe, spear, and guns hold incredibly well to cover many options with guitars, axe, hammer, and bow trailing right behind them with good but not great neutral games. Sword and lance both have to commit so much more coverage, angles, and weapons around them, which is why they're an A tier. Cannon and gauntlet hitboxes are too small and cover too little for them to be rated highly, while also being incredibly committal. This results in them being simply outclassed, and the worst 2 weapons did zone control. I don't really care about that. Explosive potential. Where is cannon? Yeah, look at their middle. Oh, really? I thought blasters have more. Well, I thought blasters have more than that. Gauntlets can destroy. Katars can also destroy. Bow is pretty good. Axe, blaster, sword, spear, hammer, lance. Lance has a 3. Woo, that's small. That's crazy. Explosive potential as a category is very volatile. Ugh. And to enter blah, blah, blah. Explosive potential means something different for every weapon. Weapons with high string potential like Katars, Gauntlets, Scythe are obvious picks for this category, but bow is already incredibly strong and moves flow to each other incredibly well. Cannon is very similar to bow in its flow, but it's just so undertuned, we know that word from before, that I can't give it a higher rating. With more tools in its kit, cannon could easily be the most explosive weapon, but because it's not, is because of the small frames. Axe is more follow-ups than guns. Ew. No, they're rated at the same. Axe and guns are both incredibly strong and safe weapons for extended strings, giving them their spot on the list. Sword and spear are incredibly safe. Don't really have that many options in terms of chasing. Spear really has sidelight, and even that is limited. Sword doesn't get much in damage off its strings because each combo is finisher and sends opponent too far away to continue the string. Hammer is the same situation, but even more force than combos, resulting in lackluster string potential, and Lance just doesn't string into itself at all. Yeah, it does not. Alright, that's all pretty good. Off-stage potential, Gauntlets at a 9.5, and then Lance at a 2. Cannon at a 4.5. I can agree with that. I have a real tough time with Cannon off stage, man. Oh, and then blasters are even there? Okay, I thought blasters would be a little bit higher up. Oh, yeah, I thought they would be a little bit higher up, but now that I look at the list, I don't know. Spears got... Yeah, they're about the same. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Axe is pretty good off stage. Bow, yeah, okay. So I guess I can see that. Cannon on the lands are risky off stage. Dude, they're... Yeah, because I feel like down air on Cannon is so slow. That is why it makes it tough to do anything. Overall thoughts. It's important to be realistic when talking about off stage. Realistic. No one's realistic anymore, but it is. They are. Talking about off stage potential, which is why Lance and Cannon are rated so poorly compared to other weapons. Cannons and gauntlets, gauntlets and Katars are both have incredibly strong options. Wait, have incredible options. Where do I get this word at? What am I watching? Am I reading the same thing? Incredible options and crazy gimp potential. Sword and Scythe have similarly strong options, but a bit of Katars there are gauntlets. Hammer, bow, and axe all have the same potential to kill incredibly early with hammer recovery, axe, down air, bow, ground pound, but they lack the options in every move like gauntlets, Katars. Spear and guns simply don't have the gimp potential that other weapons have, which is why they're A tier compared to other weapons. And they don't even have to say anything about cannons or lance. Nothing. It's just that bad. Let's see, Cannon has no real moves that it can use off stage other than ground pound, recovery, and down air. Every other move is completely useless for combat. Ground pound is pretty strong, but is no way comparable to other ground pounds. Recovery is the saving grace for Cannon. Its range and force are undeniably good for returning back to the stage, especially when paired with Cannon's side air mobility. Overall, Cannon's off stage gameplay is a lackluster at best. Weapon throw, seriously. Weapon throw. Seriously, this weapon has nothing for it off stage. There is no strong move to use. Your best bet is to just stand on the ledge and try to prevent someone from recovering. Never go off stage. Lance is in major need of buffs to off stage. Hey, what's up, dude? Skills study. Pretty much studying. These guys made a very big. What is this? I don't know what you call. A file about the metagame in Brawlhalla, and I'm just looking at it. It's pretty right. It's pretty correct. What is this thing here? Sparky. What the heck? What is that? 2. A 9, an 8, and a 2. Sparky, Sparky. Why is that there? I can't move it. It's just a little thing. Frames and priority is pretty much... It's pretty up to interpretation. I decide... Guitar nerfs. Yes, please. I decided it will be how well the weapons hitboxes and startup frames will help it to win the neutral game. This is why Lance with great hitboxes and low startup is at the top, and Cannon with small hitboxes and long startup frames are at the bottom. Guitar and Scythe have such great startup and hitbox locations that they have to have a spot near the top of the list, while Spear and Sword have a bit lower. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Cannon's frame data is dreadful. It really has long recovery frames on its most important moves and awful range on the moves that really need to have better range. This is the main reason why Cannon is so bad in the current metagame. It just can't play neutral at all. I guess that's why I feel like I am running around more, probably. That makes sense. Oh, and here we go. We got legends. Here we go. So, legend tier list. We have Azuri and No way. No way. Not those two at the top? You can't. No. That's not. Of course that's right. They're always being played by every single person in the dang game. Then there's Ragnar, Koji. Lucian, I'm pretty surprised he's at top, but he's got guitars. Marduk's pretty good. Bryn. All pretty good. Like, I didn't think Kaya would be at the top, but that's pretty good. Mirage. And this is also based on SIGs too, so. Diana's A+. I have a lot of A+ neutral game. And look, okay. Oh, look, Vrax is my A+. Let's go look at my characters who I play a lot and see who where they're at. So we got Vrax at A+. Pretty good. It's because of its SIGs, I bet you. And then let's see, where's Thatch? Do we have a Thatch anywhere? Oh, he's a A-. Oh, let's look for Isaiah. Oh, he's the worst on the list. Oh, and Zol minus on the list. What's this game? Who else did I play? And let's go with like, because I really don't play anybody else right now. I played a lot of Olgrim. Not a lot of Olgrim. Roland? No. I played all the other guys about the same. The main people I play right now, Isaiah. Oh, there's no Lin Fei. There's Lin Fei. A. Cannon has the hardest whiff punishes in the game at me. Wait, do you mean Cannon punishes harder, or you can punish Cannon harder? It should be no surprise that Azuri and Hattori are the two best legends in the game. If I were to rate them using the same category as I rate the weapons, every category would be a 10. They just have everything. SS tier is ridiculously overtuned, and I would be surprised if an Azuri or Hattori did not win every major until they are nerfed. S tier characters are very viable picks, that are overtuned. I just don't think they're in the same tier as Hattori or Azuri right now. A+ tier characters are characters you're gonna really have to put in the work on. They have tools necessary, just so that their tools are much weaker when compared to S and SS tier characters. A tier characters below I would not consider viable in any tournament play. They are simply outclassed and undertuned in one way or another, which I dive into more in individual rundown. Unless you are seriously consider approaching Brawlhalla as a professional player, I would take this and listen to heart. Everything is viable up until around top 32 gameplay. I wouldn't take this. Right. That makes sense. But, so, okay, so they say everything is viable until top 32 gameplay, which I can agree. I could beat anyone with Cannon if they're playing Hattori or Azuri, but it still shows the fact that those weapons are making it easier for them to play, and the weapons I play are making it harder for me to play. Based on this list only. Even though I still can beat them, it's just gonna make I'm gonna have to work harder to be able to beat them. It's pretty much what they're saying. Individual rundown. La la la. Azuri simply has everything you ever want. Legend 2 incredible weapons hold their own without her SIGs, as well as incredible SIGs. I feel like every single move on both weapons has a place in the meta and can be used. She has no weaknesses. See above. only weaker than Azuri due to Qatar. Qatar's being a stronger weapon than Spear, as well as being a bit stronger on Azuri's kit. Her weapons synergy. La 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 la. Let's see what they say about Isaiah. Holy cow. I have to scroll all the way down to find this Isaiah. Isaiah has a whole one thing going for him. Of his weapon isn't useless. Guns are pretty good as a standalone weapon, which is why I think he's slightly better than Orion. While Isaiah can use his one weapon to do most things, Orion is very limited. At least Isaiah's SIGs are almost usable. You aren't literally a bot like Orion. If you've read this far, thank you. I am open to suggestions on my stream, Discord, or Twitter if you have any. Some things that you can expect moving forward. Every major balance patch will include a collaboration from the team Dobrein and I where we'll be reviewing the changes and updated metagame analysis. Don't worry if you miss it. The VOD will be on YouTube. Nice. That's pretty cool. I gotta see if I can find that. Just to watch it, see what they say. This has been one of the most fun projects of my Brawlhalla career, and I think it's important for someone to provide top player's opinion over everything. Honestly, 30 pages, 1,000 words later, I can't believe it's over. Thank you. Good job, guys. That was fun to read.